All right, fellas, here we're back in our Pokemon Champions video. We've got ourselves the official reveal of some more stuff coming to Pokemon Champions from Pokemon Worlds at the end of the Pokemon Worlds ceremony. So, watch the latest Pokemon Championships trailer for a variety of updates, including one especially exciting for our Worlds competitors. Pokemon Champions is set to be the official platform for Pokemon VGC battles at the 2026 World Championships in San Francisco, California. Okay, there we go. So they officially revealed it. I mean, this is the big, not speculation, but like the big thought for everybody is that there's no reason to release this game if they're not going to do VGC for it. That's what they're doing. They said only 2026, so 2027 still could be new, maybe new games. I think Champions is a good thing to stay alongside with, though. Like, I like the idea of Champions being like the big VGC tournament spot for tournaments, I guess, for Pokemon in general, like for most of the non game specific tournaments. It's just that they tend to use the latest game. Hard to kind of explain what I'm saying here, but like, Scarlet and Violet, I believe the first VGC, or at least like the first VGC tournament, is always like Scarlet and Violet decks only. Usually, obviously, games have like dex cuts and stuff, but like you can only use Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet. There was no transferring Pokemon from like home that were transfer exclusive or something like that. And there's also no legendary, so it's just the Scarlet and Violet decks. Then probably a year later or whatever, they introduced, I believe, like Kitakami and all that stuff. You could use those Pokemon and then transfer Pokemon, whatever. But like that first one was just the Scarlet and Violet decks, right? There was nothing else to it. I think that's what they should, because I'm assuming 2027 we're going to have Gen 10 by then. That just obviously makes the most sense. It makes a lot of sense for Worlds to be hosted on Generation 10, and then the Worlds maybe for 2028 will end up coming back to Pokemon Champions alongside whatever new additions get added from the Generation 10 gimmicks and Pokemon and stuff like that. That's kind of how I'm thinking about it and how they're going to probably do stuff with Pokemon Champions. They'll just keep coming back to it for VGC, but that first big tournament for each new generation or each new game, however they're going to do it, is going to be in the actual game itself. I think that makes a lot of sense, and that's also pretty cool to do it that way. So let's go ahead and watch the video for Pokemon Champions at World 2026. Let's see. So of course we see all of the victors and competitors in VGC. I don't really watch much VGC stuff. I don't really know anyone pretty much outside of Wolf Glick. That's obviously one of the probably the most popular VGC player, at least in the West. And we can see, Pokemon Champions, Mega Kangaskhan. We already knew Megas were in this. We knew that a lot of stuff was in this. This doesn't tell us too much more information. It doesn't show us the parental bond Kangaskhan. Mega Charizard Y, very cool. Drop, what move was that? Weather Ball? I don't know. But a bunch of Megas here. Cool. They obviously got to promote their big, not new thing, but the big current thing. Komo, Tyranitar, Dragonite, and Mega Dragonite, of course, confirming Mega Dragonite coming to Champions as well. I mean, again, we all kind of knew this, but it looks really cool. That's awesome. I love the look of Mega Dragonite there. And there's the Draco Meteor. That's seemingly its signature. Yeah, Pokemon Champions, World Championship, probably 2026, right? So, very, very cool. Let's see what they officially say here. Pokemon Champions will be the one-stop shop for everyone interested in Pokemon battles, featuring a simplified training system, Pokemon home connectivity, and a variety of online battle modes available for all kinds of trainers. The latest trailer revealed that Champions is set to be the official platform for Pokemon video game championship battles at the 2026 Pokemon World Championships. That Mega Evolution will return in ranked battles, and Mega Dragonite is soaring into the game. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, this means that Megas are going to be in VGC. They're back, boys. They're back. Pokemon Champions, the 2026 World Championships. The World Championships is the peak of competitive Pokemon play, and Champions will soon be a part of that. VGC battles will take place on Pokemon Champions at the 2026 World Championship in San Francisco and in the future Championship Series events. So they did confirm it. In the Championship events, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know exactly how VGC works, but I believe Championship is like the last big tournament of like a given generation, I think. Or at least the biggest one of a given generation. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. But it seems they're confirming that Champions is going to be the host of all of those, at least, for the foreseeable future. Interesting. So it does seem like Champions is a permanent kind of stay for competitive. Master Mega Evolution and Ranked Battles. The first set of Ranked Battles will allow your Pokemon to Mega Evolve, further amping intensity. Traders and Champions wear a device such as an known as an Omni Ring, which functions as a keystone necessary for Mega Evolution and may seem like it supports other special battle features in the future. So it seems like, at least what they're saying right here, is that Champions, at least during the championship, is going to, or at least Champions on release, is going to support Mega Evolution, but later on it might end up supporting Terrestrial Evolution, Terrestrialization, obviously Dynamaxing, Gigantamaxing by extension, Z moves probably, and like by that extension, Ultra Necrozma. And whatever else comes in like the kind of stead with that. So it seems like they're going to be just bringing back megas for now, whether it's in just the base game or whether it's just for champions, for the championship, championship, confusing, right? Whether they're just bringing back Mega Evolution for this introduction of when champions actually drops, or if they're only going to do Mega Evolution for the championship themselves next year, or itself next year. We don't really know. I'm going to assume they're doing just Mega Evolution on release, even though, yes, they showed like Terrestrialized Dondozo or whatever else, you know, as in the trailer. I feel like Terrestrialization might just end up coming later in the game's life. Not later in like life, but probably like a year or year later, something like that. I don't know. You get what I mean, though. And the Mega Dragonite takes flight in Champions. As you've seen, Mega Dragonite announced as a new Mega Evolution coming to Legends ZA, and this always adorable dragon and flying type will be available in Champions 2. We look forward to seeing what type of strategies you imagine with a Mega Evolved Dragon by your side. Very cool. So, I mean, I don't think there was too much crazy information revealed here officially. Obviously, we knew Mega Evolutions were coming back in the game because Mega Charizard X versus the Terrestrialized Dondozo was the official starter trailer for the game, right? And of course, we had pretty much expected ZA Megas would make a comeback in the main series games, not main series games, but at least in another form in Champions, considering Champions is meant, at least shown to be intended to be the way that all Pokemon and all previous mechanics can kind of come back in one big competitive format. Whether it be, you know, let all rip loose, or, you know, how they seem to be doing it for the championship next year, where it's just Mega Evolution. At least it seems to be just Mega Evolution, just by the way that they're kind of wording it, right? So we kind of knew Mega Dragonite would be coming back for this, and I mean, it already made sense for it to be here. That's a lot. I mean, the big thing is that they also confirmed that Champions is going to be the big thing for championship battles in the future. In future championship series events. So maybe not all future ones, but some of the future ones will be in Pokemon Champions. So this seems like it's going to be a game that's going to be around a while. They're done kind of making those games that, you know, come in for a few years, then, you know, fade off or whatever. It seems that Champions is not going to be one of those games. It is going to be one of those games that stays for the long haul, and which is good. I mean, even if you're not too big on competitive, it is good for there to be some sort of outlet or network or whatever for these Pokemon and previous mechanics and all that to come back and make their own, like, sort of appearance. Like, any Pokemon that's not going to be in a game, like Furfrou took forever to get, put back in a game, like Legends ZA was its first real shot. Same with the Elemental Monkeys, right? Champions kind of makes it to where no Pokemon's going to kind of get too neglected, and, you know, eventually, I guess I'm assuming that they're all going to be in there. I'm pretty sure it's been basically confirmed that not every Pokemon is going to be in Champions on release, but they will probably get added in subsequent patches, and that's probably going to be how they're going to do things like Terrestrialization, Z moves, Dynamaxing, and all of that as well. I think that makes the most sense. Mega Evolution's coming back as the new big mechanic, not new big mechanic, but the big mechanic of this year, and then later on, you know, Terrestrialization gets added, and then Z moves and stuff like that. You know, adding that as it comes along and as it's relevant is a good idea. I think it makes plenty of sense, not just dropping it all at once, especially because that would probably take a while to develop, and I do like that they're taking their time and kind of giving everything its own little spotlight. That's very, very cool. So, yeah, that's overall my thoughts on the new Pokemon Champions announcement information. Gotta love it being the new championship format, or I guess game, whatever you want to call it, as well as how is its training functionized. How are those going to really impact the game and the meta? Because the training is different. I'm very curious on that. I'm very curious. Anyway, that's all I've really got to say there. I'll see you later. Hope you all enjoyed. Peace.